Good morning. We're in Plaza de Mayo, one of the main squares of Buenos Aires. Something's happening. I'm not actually sure what, but I think it's related to the anniversary of the start of the revolution, 1810. Look at this.
La banda tambor de Tacuarí de Patricios, esta es la despedida, el aplauso de todos y vibramos con la emoción de diciembre.
Proud Argentinians in this square on this day, all dancing, all singing a song I don't know the words to. Things happen in this square. This is Plaza de Mayo. Have a look. Check it out. It's a nice little plaza, isn't it? So this plaza, lots of history. But it's actually named after the 1810, the start of the revolution. But it's not like it was created then. It has more history than that. They even had bull running here before 1810, and even a little bit after as well. But it's a place where people gather to voice their opinion, celebrate. It's a regular Plaza de Armas, shall we say, here in Argentina. But right now they're doing some celebrations, I'm sure, which is related to a couple of days ago when we had those parades. And yeah, regular old town square, isn't it? Surrounded by old buildings. But anyway, today we're gonna go on a little adventure of the city, have a look around, see what trouble we can get involved in. Look at that Argentinian flag. It's nice, isn't it? And then go from there. So we're at the other end of Plaza de Mayo now. There's everyone singing and dancing over there. And at this end, we have a pink building, a pinkish building. What do you think it is? Wow. It's the presidential palace. The palace. It would be the equivalent of the White House, I suppose. The only difference is, well, obviously the color. We still have the guards. But I don't know if you've ever visited the White House. There is about, I don't know, it's about 1 kilometer away. That's the closest you can get. There's like a fence, another fence, another fence, another fence. And when you actually get there in person, you think, oh, I can see the White House, you know, maybe I can see someone through the window say hello. And no, you get there, the closest you can get, you're like, you can't see anything. It's one of the most disappointing things I've ever seen. But yeah, look, check it out. So they've got some guards here. He's picking his nose. But look at that, presidential palace. It's nice, isn't it? You got a little fountain, little private fountain. It's not like London when they're all serious. You go near those guards or poke fun or something and they start stomping and shouting, and nothing like that. It's quite nice actually. And who is in front of the palace? Look at this guy. Check him out, look, on his horse. Wow. Manuel Belgrano. This guy right here, he was a lawyer, he was a politician. He actually did a lot of things, multi-talented. People were always multi-talented back then. But he is like the equivalent of perhaps George Washington, one of the founders of the country. And behind him you see the Argentinian flag. It's actually having a little break right now. It was fluttering earlier. He designed the flag, the Argentinian flag as well. And not only that, he was a general. Fought for independence. Independence for the people, for the country, from this nasty Spanish. It's a very important guy in Argentinian history. And there he is, look, wielding his flag that he designed himself in Photoshop with his horse. I bet that horse is nothing like Pedro. Pedro was awesome. But below him, on a more serious note, look at all these rocks here. So the rocks, they were put there for unfortunate victims, I suppose you could say the word is, of the corona. I don't want to say the word because YouTube does some weird stuff when I do. But the pandemic, yeah. So people that died, little stone there as a memorial, as a memory. And yeah, that seems to be the spot designated for that. But why not, right? Why not put your memory below one of the greatest generals in Argentinian history, in Plaza de Mayo? Can't really think of a better place if you're an Argentinian. But yeah, what do you think of the square? It's nice, isn't it? It's a nice little square. And it's nice you can walk around as well. There's, you can actually get close to things, look at things. Very different from Washington DC, London, perhaps other places as well. Okay, let's continue. So there's a little camp set up here. I think people sleep in here. It's in the square as well. Look, it's like a permanent peaceful protest to support the rights of the indigenous peoples, but not just here. In Ecuador, I don't know if you can see that, Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, but they're here selling things as well. So it's like, I suppose it's like a protest. They've got to support themselves, so they're selling some things as well. But they're requesting to speak with the president, apparently. You can see here, it looks like they've been here an awful long time. Right outside the palace. I'm sure he can see them out his window. Look, he's probably in his window looking at them. It's like, those indigenous rights people, they're a thorn in my side. If we stick around, I think it's every odd hour, like 11, 1, 3, 5. There should be like a changing of the guard of some sort. I think they go from here down there. We're gonna check it out. We only have to wait 45 minutes. So hopefully we can see that, see what happens. But I've noticed some things are closed lately. I tried to go to the wetlands. I don't remember the name, but that was closed. A lot of other things are closed. But maybe the guards need a bit of food, a little bit of a break. So I think it might happen. So we're gonna stick around and see if we can check it out. And then we're gonna find something else to explore. Look at that. What does this mean? There's a little Santa Claus hat on a dagger and two people shaking hands. Can't be the Spanish, right? Anyway, I'm sure they have this at the White House, but for whatever reason they like to hide a lot of things there. Perhaps you can see on maybe Google or something. But check this out. See, the old president here doesn't travel by metro, does he? He doesn't use the subway. Probably doesn't even use Uber. Check that out, look. Your very own helicopter pad. But not even one. I think there's 3. There's one here, one there, and one over there. Not bad, is it? Imagine having 3 helicopter pads in your back garden. And you have your very own fire engine as well. I think that's a fire engine. Wow. Not bad being president, is it? So I have a question. We're right next to the palace, look. Technically we're in the palace gardens. There's this little helicopter. But there's a monument here. Who is it? Because for whatever reason, the name's been pulled off. And it's covered in paint. a little bit of graffiti, nothing like Santiago. But yeah, who is it? Why do people hate him? Why is he so close to the palace? He's got to be someone significant, no? Look at that. That's weird. I'd probably expect it in a suburb, you know, but right next to the palace, it seems weird that something like that would be kind of abandoned and a little bit trashed. Just surprising, that's all. I don't know. But anyway, we're heading somewhere new right now, while we wait for the changing of the guard. So we're just coming up to the cultural center over there, which we'll look at momentarily. There's the palace. Check out this guy. Guillermo Brown. Check him out, look. His little plaque. He's the father of the Argentinian Navy. At least that's what people say. And there his monument sits. Look at him with his little telescope. He's like, you pesky Spanish, better not come near me. Anyway, yeah, it's fallen under a bit of disrepair. Look at this. But you can tell how old it is. In the UK we have, this is probably not that interesting. In the UK we have older bricks when we had imperial measurements, before we went to centimeters and you know, modern day metric system. The imperial measurements, the bricks were like a little bit skinnier, they're measured differently in inches and whatnot, and fractions of inches. Absolute nightmare. That's still a nightmare in America, it's so annoying. But anyway, rambling a bit. But we call them like Victorian bricks. I know because I tried to build a shed and I went on Facebook Marketplace and I wanted to buy some bricks, or even get bricks for free. Even better, right? But then that's when I learned there was two kinds of bricks. But yeah, that monument's been there a while. Okay, we're coming up to the cultural center. Check this out. So that's the cultural center, huge building, lots of history, modern art. I think there's even a room from the one of the former first ladies as well. But look at this statue here. Check it out. This one is kind of recent. See the lady here? There she is. She's actually a big lady, very big lady. She fought for indigenous rights for what is now modern day Bolivia. In retrospect, maybe those indigenous people over there should be sort of camping near this statue. It's kind of related, right? But she fought for indigenous rights for people in modern day Bolivia. There's even a town named after her in Bolivia too, with her husband as well. Maybe she tried harder than him, I don't know. Or maybe he just did everything she said. But there she is. But what's notable about this statue is very recently it replaced a statue of Christopher Columbus, causing a little bit of controversy. But yeah, I saw it on the news. So I think Christopher Columbus is getting cancelled. It's one of those things, isn't it? Anyway, check it out, look. There's the cultural center. Apparently you can get on the roof. I don't see anyone, but maybe we can find out if that's possible or not. So I'm just exploring the cultural center. It's quite modern, but a lot of the internal architecture is really old. So there's the modern section, but there's a few nuggets. Check this out. Look at this. Is this one of those old elevators where you pull the door across like this? Look at that. So I'm gonna see if I can get on the roof. It's amazing. It feels like when you watch one of those old movies in New York. Everything is brown, the furniture, the trim, carpentry, and the high ceilings. I mean, really high ceilings. So we're gonna explore. Let's see if this elevator works. That might be interesting. I'm sure it doesn't. Check this out. The building has a tumor. Look, it's out of control. What is that? Security told me off. I don't know why. I think it's because I tried to open this because it wasn't working, and then she told me off in angry Spanish, and then directed me towards the modern escalator. Okay. Look at this. Oh, I feel sick. Wow. So, pro tip. If you ever need the toilet in Buenos Aires, come to the cultural center. You have toilet paper, hand towels, toilets. A lot easier. Something I've struggled with a lot. Even in Burger King, they want you to buy a cheeseburger. Unbelievable. Cultural Center is where it's at. Bloody hell. So I think, I'm still not sure. It's 3 p.m. Someone told me the changing of the guard was every odd hour. And then I looked it up and someone said 11 in the morning. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like the guards don't want a lunch break today, but they march from the palace to the mausoleum here, which is part of the cathedral. And check it out, look, Buenos Aires Cathedral. Let's while we're here, let's have a little look inside, a little sneak peek.